Robert Rue here for First National Bullion, and what I'm about to say is absolutely essential to your financial survival. I'm going to let you in on what you must do immediately to attempt to protect yourself and prosper. There is shocking evidence that China's leaders will destroy the value of every U.S. dollar you earn, spend, save, and invest. Plus, I'm going to share with you investments that are designed to protect your wealth as Washington and Beijing gut the U.S. dollar. Many financial professionals have predicted the developments I'm talking about for centuries. Over 200 years ago, Napoleon warned, "When China wakes, it will shake the world." Truer words were never spoken. China has awakened, and now it's about to shake the world to its foundations, starting with the United States. This special report will give you the uncensored facts that the U.S. media won't report, and to help you prepare while there's still time. Plus, if you take the steps I recommend, you potentially could make quite a bit of money in the process. Once again, this is Robert Rue for First National Bullion. In finance, as well as in life, the best defense is a strong offense. Becoming an educated investor preserves yours, your children's, and your grandchildren's hopes for the American dream. Everybody knows that China is on the move, even despite the recent global slowdown. And despite what the naysayers may try to tell you, China's economy is still growing more than 7 times faster than America's. But what most Americans do not know, what our media steadfastly refuses to admit, is that China is already so rich it can now dictate economic policy to the world, even to the United States of America. I know, it's hard to believe, especially since many have been saying that China's economic explosion is over. But consider the shocking report that Yahoo Finance recently posted, and I quote, "The International Monetary Fund has just dropped a bombshell, and nobody noticed." For the first time, the international organization has set a date for the moment when the age of America will end, and the U.S. economy will be overtaken by that of China. According to the International Monetary Fund, IMF, by 2016, the United States will no longer be the world's #1 economic power. According to the IMF, China will be richer than America in less than 5 years. But according to the prestigious Peterson Institute, and based on data just published by the University of Pennsylvania, the IMF is wrong. The Chinese economy will not surpass America's by 2016. Peterson and the University of Pennsylvania say China is already the world's #1 economic power. In 2010, the U.S. economy produced goods and services valued at $14.6 trillion. But China's gross domestic product soared to $14.8 trillion. China's economy is already larger than America's. According to the official figures from both Washington and Beijing, the U.S. economy grew at about 1.7% in 2011. China's economy grew 9.2%. That's more than 7.5 times faster. Here are a few more facts before I give you my secret weapon against inflation. The Beijing government has almost no debt, but Washington is nearly $145 trillion in debt. China has $3.2 trillion in cash, and its cash reserves are growing even larger month after month. And they own a large portion of the U.S. debt. Washington has almost no cash on hand and has to borrow nearly half of every dollar it spends, much of it borrowed from China. The U.S. dollar has lost over 25% of its buying power in the last decade, and since we were taken off the gold standard in 1971, the dollar has lost over 450% of its buying power. I ask the question, is there any gold left in Fort Knox? What's going to help protect your hard-earned dollars while the yuan surges and as the U.S. dollar plunges? Simple: gold and silver. Take a look at this chart, comparing the performance of gold and silver against a few major indexes over the past 10 years. Right now, gold is in the midst of a long-term bull market, a bull that started in 2001 when gold hit bottom at $256 an ounce, driving the yellow metal up to today's price of over $1,600 an ounce. That's an increase of more than 500%. Impressive? You bet. Especially when you consider that during the same time period, both the S&P and Dow averaged appalling performances of 6.2% and 5.04% respectively. And this despite the record rally both indexes have experienced since March 2009. As the Wall Street Journal recently reported, thanks to global economic concerns, gold's bull market could continue for years. The financial crisis will have a long-term positive impact for gold as a shelter from economic uncertainty. But this is nothing new. Gold has performed well in times of crisis. During the Great Depression, gold and gold stocks were among the few assets to perform and hold their value. What's more, gold is an ideal hedge against inflation due to its superior ability to hold its value. But as good as gold is at building personal wealth, an even smarter way to profit from the ongoing crisis is to learn how to maximize profits by buying physical gold bullion, utilizing the same strategies as banks and hedge funds have used for years, all without having to touch stocks, options, gold futures, or junior mining companies. You can see clearly that gold and silver have outperformed the indexes. See, it's not all doom and gloom. Precious metals has proven to be a more secure investment. Here at First National Bullion, we believe the best investment decision is an educated one. We specialize in helping investors diversify a percentage of their portfolio into hard assets such as gold, silver, and platinum, with investment strategies intended to maximize returns. We insure our lives, our homes, our cars, and even our health. Now, how about our wealth? Let us help you reach your financial goals. Sign up today and request a free gold and metals report. Visit us at firstnationalbullion.com or call 800-866-0879 and start your investment future today.